I stole Adderall from a pharmacy that I worked at when I was 17. When I was 17 in my senior year of high school, I worked as a cashier at the front cash in a pharmacy. Near the end of every shift, I was responsible for emptying all of the garbages in the storefront, pharmacy, and in the back area where merchandise was stored. I never worked in the actual pharmacy area, though every shift I would have to enter it to obviously take out the garbage as well as store my cash from the register into the safe. When I first got the job, say, September of the previous year, one of my friends who used to work there started telling me about how the security cameras didn't actually work, and that the alarms at the front doors didn't go off if someone was stealing. I didn't think much of this at the time because I wasn't really the type of kid or teen to get into trouble. One day in March or April when I was taking out the garbage at the end of my shift, I went into the back of the pharmacy and saw that the cabinet beside trash can was open. I was slowly changing the garbage bag and kept glancing at the bottles of pills labeled Adderall XR 20 milligrams, 100 pills. I guess I just let my intrusive thoughts take over because I grabbed a bottle and took it with me as I put the garbage into the dumpster out back of the store. I hid this bottle in my man bag. I was big into dressing for success in high school. Though my family is low middle class, my image was preppy and walked through the alarms without anything going off. I was home free. The next day, woke up for school at 6 a.m. and took a pill. I started abusing Adderall for the next few months. My grades went from an 85 average Canadian to a 94 average, and I graduated with honors. I always hid this bottle in the leather satchel bag. Man bag is the word I got shit on with for having it, and would take it with me everywhere I went. My family never found out. I was probably a completely different person on Adderall, but nobody questioned it. I always felt like a side character in life. Even I ended up stealing another bottle, 30 milligrams, some point after graduating and spent the summer in mania with a friend, abusing Adderall and alcohol. Hell, I probably should have died from this. I was sometimes taking 100 milligrams of Adderall at 10 a.m., then would proceed to drink absurd amounts of alcohol the same night. I was a mess, and I was also so uneducated, yet lucky, because I didn't even realize the psychotic episodes when they were happening, blacking out every time I drank, walking home from parties in this state, sometimes 4 hours or more. Everyone around me loved it, apparently. My humiliation when blackout drunk was entertaining to them. So I guess I was at least still a nice guy. I continued taking these pills when I went to college. Life was great at the time, apparently, from what I can remember at least. Then the colleges went on strike for a month, and I was basically living on college residence with no classes, just partying every day. I took absurd amounts of Adderall, up to 150 milligrams at a time. I dropped out of college 2.5 months into the semester since I ran out of pills and the withdrawals hit. I don't remember too much of this as my brain was fried from the drugs, though I did use my last $500 to buy my first guitar and basically save myself from suicide by spending every waking hour teaching myself to play it when I moved back home. Fast forward to now. I'm 24. I heavily regret this as I'm dealing with mental health issues, basically no recollection of my life before I was 19. And still go to the same pharmacy every month to get my prescription. I never got caught or questioned about what happened. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 18. After all this happened, again, I probably should have died or ended up in jail at minimum. Sometimes I even question if getting caught or snitched on would have been better for me.